some students of design looking at a whole host of issues. What keeps them up at night? What is the most challenging thing? What do they have most fun at? And of course, talking about life beyond studies, well, of course, a job can't be far behind. So let's get started by finding out what their expectations are once they're out into the big bad world out there. What do you believe is in store for you? And are you sort of worried about getting employment?
Obviously, we're all worried about getting somewhere because we're spending so much money, we're spending so much time. But then I think we've all chosen a course where we think we will be placed somewhere. We know that we're getting the knowledge to get somewhere.
I just love that confidence. More people should hear that and sort of know that at the end of the day, somehow it will all fall into place. Yes.
Design and fashion, everything, the market is coming up. So it's a bit assuring that we know that we'll, find a place because the market is growing so much. So it's on the positive side for us, actually.
We are doing so much practical work instead of the theory thing, or instead of what other people do. That is a good thing for us, because when we land up somewhere in a company, we have to do it ourselves, and we are doing it already. So I'm just a foundation student. Then too, I'm confident enough that I'll get somewhere. It's okay.
That's lovely. Sunita, as faculty, you should sort of be feeling very proud, and I mean, here are your students, confident and very talented, I'm sure, and very different from the others we've encountered, for whom their job and the economy and where are the jobs is very worrying. Is that something also that you believe sets students of design apart from say the rest?
I think because it's a very niche kind of a course that we run here, so therefore, and the retail sector is booming, we see every single day that there are people wanting to get into new clothes, styling, etc. And there's a huge demand that is existing in the market for these specialists. And not many colleges are offering such kind of specializations, what we do here. So therefore, I feel that's the reason why students are very confident. And in the past, if you look at the alumni, the kind of places that they are working at, that's another reason why they have so much of a confidence.
Is there something that they should keep in mind when you sort of speak to your students and you say that, you're going to get into the job world, so you speak to your final year students, you're getting out there, you're looking for employment, you're looking for that job. Is there something the sort of separate that a design student needs to keep in mind vis-a-vis the rest? Or do you believe once you're out there looking for a job, everyone sort of has to encounter the same challenges and go through the same mix of trauma and joy?
Yeah, see, as far as, what the industry has to give to all these students is similar. But the only thing I feel that in these 4 years at the undergraduate level and the 2 years at a postgraduate level that we do, I think we make them so very confident, working on their right attitude that the industry really requires them to develop. So that's the reason why the students do quite well when they go to the industry.
Right. Right, and that of course sets them apart. If you can just get the mic to ma'am. We were speaking earlier, ma'am, about the need to see design as a creative field, to see those who are pursuing it as professionals in their own right, and sort of give them the same kind of, maybe respect is the wrong word, but acknowledgement perhaps that everybody else gets. Do you believe that that's missing? Because a lot of the students feel that, very often people sort of raise their eyebrows or don't perhaps take you as seriously enough, unfortunately.
It's changing. We are changing in India also. Everybody, because of the globalization, is making a difference. Slowly and gradually, I think we'll be there, And very interestingly, if you go to any international Western country, you will see that each one of them, if they are in a fashion house, is being trained in a fashion college. So the skill sets have to be matching what you're doing with.
Right. The other perception, which of course may be right or wrong, that people have is design is the privilege of a few. Whether you talk about looking at interiors or fashion, or it's a privilege of a few. So do you sort of feel that sort of coming in the way that we need to now get to a point where we're designing for the majority rather than a very tiny niche who can perhaps have access to it?
I think it has already started. Design is for masses, what we think. And here in Pearl Academy, students are developing their own styles that we see. Some students want to design for masses and some for the elite. So it entirely depends, and they are given an exposure, complete exposure to design in all certain ways, and by the end of 4 years, they have their own style, which is really helping them establish well in the market.
Where do you believe that we stand when we talk about design? We as a society, we as a country, where do you believe? Because there are so many takers now for courses in design. I mean, there's a new batch that's going to be passing out, their result coming up, and they're going to be passing out. And there are going to be vast numbers of them coming to, follow in your footsteps. How much of a change have you seen sort of since you were perhaps in school to now?
It's basically the stories my dad would tell me about Wharton and Oxford and how they are educated. And now I feel it is different because here, be it design, be it business, does not matter really. It's about your potential. It's about how confident you are. It's about how you have evolved. And I feel that, having said that, I would feel that, 1 year it's enough for me to experience the confidence, experience the will to do something, and of course, be recruited in a well-settled company.
Right. Ma'am, this is of course the new 21st century student we're looking at, confident, has enough exposure and clear about what they want. Is there something about teaching them that is very different from, say, a couple of, I would imagine that just as a student, a teacher is also constantly evolving.
We've changed. I mean, university and higher education has completely changed over the years. It's no more chalk and classboard. It's no more lectures. They want films. They want discussions. They want PowerPoints. If they have something to read, well, please send them on their Facebook posts. They will read it there. But in classroom, they want discussions. In classrooms, they want interaction. In classroom, they want to see new ads. They want to see what is happening digitally. They are far more aware. If there's something happening in Vogue USA, my students of fashion media communication, they're aware before me. And so many things you get to know about which ad won an award.
From your students, right?
Which ad won an award, they know it first.
I guess this two-way communication and learning being really
They're
key, which
all
is perhaps
over on
we are
Twitter.
moving away
They
from
have
these
their own
dodgy times
individual
where
accounts. They want e-books which they can refer when they're doing their work at 12 o'clock midnight. So no, books, e-books.
Right. That's of course a sign of just how technology is suddenly the buzzword without which you can't really get anywhere. Tell me one thing, what is the one thing that you believe is critical for all those students who perhaps now will look at design, at possible courses and options? What do you believe they need to get there? I would imagine everyone can't be a student of design, and everyone doesn't want to either. But for those who want to or believe that they are the right fit for a course in design, as a student, as someone who's been there, done that, what do you believe are the requirements or, the checklist? Like?
See, obviously you need to have a knack for creativity. That's the reason why, probably you actually want to pursue this course. That's one. Secondly, self-discipline has to be there because you're going to be here and like if I take my college as an example, 9 to 4, that's like a mini office, 9 to 4 you're here in college Monday to Friday. You need to be professional. You need to have your work on time. So yeah, get ready to for all the hard work that's in store for you. So you need to be motivated like from inside that I want to self-motivation, self-discipline. That really are the two key things. Yeah.
I don't think so. Then there's the fear of, the job or the people telling you you're a design student. What is your future? What are you going to do? There's no money. Because
do you still
I do.
Hear that?
Yeah, we do hear it because, of course, there's a question mark. You do not have like the MBA kind of a tagline. You're going to get that much package and stuff. Because in our field, everything is uncertain. But at the same time, we enjoy our work. We take everything as it comes and we fill in our own creativity and passion to it.
Also, one thing I'd like to say, like as she said, that we still get to hear that, you will have no money and everything. It is not true. Clothes is the future, fashion is the future, it's the present as well. So we are the ones who are producing for the mass. So you are what you're wearing today has been created by us. So it is the future. We are earning at the end of the day more than what probably people at the LSR and DU are earning because what they earn is
or perhaps more, yes.